so I ain't got time, but might as well. Mic check 1 2 1 2. They be wanting to hear me sing my song anyway, but I ain't gonna sing it. I'm gonna let Troy Ave sing it. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Y'all come on in here, pile up. Y'all wanna hear my song? Do-do, 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 do-do. Special occasion. But just freestyle it a little bit. Do-do. The live chat. What's good, live chat? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Look at that. King Thread. This joint come with a scarf. He said, I'm here for that evening dribble. Suge Capone. Much love from ATL. Do-do. Y'all share this live as y'all come in. The dribble is spontaneous, immaculate, elaborate, informative, electrifying, fantabulous. Hey, yo. He said, what you think about Kansas State point guard Slim, a bad motherfucker? He was boogieing, man. That's what we do. He was boogieing into the zone, 19 assists in the NCAA game. Peace and goodwill to y'all, too. Y'all like the video as y'all come in and share it on y'all social medias. I got a few bars for y'all about this video I just watched. I just watched an incredibly entertaining video. Have y'all seen the video? Have y'all seen the video? The I Won video by Troy Ave. Troy Ave got the best hand. Troy Ave is the definition of got my dribble right, and ain't nothing you can do about it. That's the original name, the Marvin Gaye. I'm gonna get to all of that. We talking about Troy Ave first, then I'm gonna go down to New Orleans because I got something to say. I'm in tune with what's going on. Boo-doo. He said the track is crazy. The song is dope. It's fire. It's if you listen to what he's saying, it got a lot of truth to it. He got the video footage to support it. Everything that the record labels want from a rapper, he got it right there, and he didn't kill anybody. Fortunately for him, he's been independent, and he gonna reap all the benefits of that turmoil that he just went through. He said he definitely got an ingenious marketing campaign right now. Yeah. He's doing it to death. The song is dope, and what y'all think about it? Huh? He said, I seen him doing a two-step on the courthouse steps. He on his Fred Astaire. Based on how the video started, it started with, he sampled Bosco's voice talking about, he sampled a Bosco interview talking about Taxstone writing a letter to the judge. Contained in this letter, he was saying things like Troy Ave is a bad guy and shit like that. What do y'all make of that? Is that street? Is that street? Is that a part of the code? Fill me in. Y'all got to fill me in. Y'all know I'm slow. He said Troy Ave went and stick a fork in them. He using that 15 minutes of fame. It ain't 15 minutes. It's actually been about 7 years. He can do whatever he want to do. If he's loaded up on music, he's going to make a lot of fucking money right now. It's a shame that somebody lost their life in the middle of that. But at the end of the day, Taxstone took that firearm to the gun that killed that night. The gun that took a life that night. Taxstone brought it with him. So, y'all opinions on what Troy Ave did at court? I told you I spoke on it before over here. It wasn't, it was a self-defense situation, and he had to recollect and recall what happened that night, what happened to him. How did you get this gun? I took it from him. How did this happen? Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. So, he said Troy's polarizing, which is in a great position to be in. Every man is responsible for their own actions. I agree with you 100%. Y'all like the video as y'all come in here. He said, not a lyricist, but Troy Ave is a hustler. I respect that. Streets is dead. Troy Ave is, somebody said Fred Astaire. He's tap dancing all over this shit. Troy Ave defended himself in court. It's not snitching. I agree with you. I spoke about this before. I think that whole snitching thing is over with, especially considering that Taxstone wrote a letter to the judge and shit. So the snitching thing is off the table, right? All this money from the market, and I hope he's giving back to the family for their loss. That's between him and Homeboy's family and shit. He said since that was his man. Troy Ave seemed to be a grade A hustler from what I'm seeing. He said he looked like Martin Luther King. Man, it's almost like this court case, it's almost like Troy Ave beat the case. Instead of Taxstone losing, it's almost like Troy Ave beat the case. He said, did Troy Ave sue the venue? I was always taught snitching was when you and other parties did some type of crime and y'all got caught and you tell on the parties involved to get yourself out of trouble, not describing self-defense. Bad back, 007, I agree with you. Tax should try and go on the Ear Hustle podcast. For what? For what? He got to worry about a sentencing. He got to worry about a sentencing. You can go and they got a sentencing chart. They'll put it before you, and you can look at it and read it. And after looking at it for about a week, you can determine how much time you're gonna get. After looking at your priors and these points and all of this, it's gonna put you. It's mitigated, aggregated, mitigated, and aggravated. It's like 3 levels and shit, but. Your priors put you in a different sentencing range. Troy Ave was managed by my fallen comrade, Young Dom. Tax life is officially over. Plus, I recall Tax was posted on Twitter huffing and puffing at him. He lost that anyway. Tax wanted to be the Charlemagne of podcasting. How much time you think you're gonna get? I ain't from New York. I don't know they sentencing procedures. I ain't got no knowledge of how New York shit go and what type of statutes they face. I was just telling somebody aggravated assault carried 10 to 20. Where I'm from, it carried 10 to 20. He got several assault. It don't say aggravated assault on his sentencing docket. It don't say that. It says assault in the first degree, which I believe is New York City's version of aggravated assault. Assault in the first degree, what do that sound like to you? He got several of those and shit. Like, those will put you on a shelf. Them attempted murders and shit like that, that shit just sound bad. Them that assault one, them is very, very bad charges to be convicted of. If you got priors, they'll stick it to you. Tax is on the forefront of this podcast movement, and now here's the latest example of when keeping it real goes wrong. It was all good just a week ago. My man said 50 years. 5 charges of 10 to 20. They give him 15 concurrent served. He served 7 already. Somebody calculating around 15 years. I don't know. He said aggravated is 85% of your time. Ain't no doubt about it. In New York City, when one blows trial, they get the maximum sentence. Larry Davis got 7 years for illegal possession of a weapon when he beat the cop shooting. JMS, Pittsburgh, 412 in the building. I appreciate you. They probably had so many exhibits of tweets, probably had to use Roman numerals how many times he was coming at Troy online. He still got to do federal time for the gun. Shh. God damn. He said, no fun when the rabbit got the gun. This is why this tragedy fall in the lap of Tax Tone, right? Tax Tone was riding around in, I believe it was a Wraith with Meek Mill. That car with the diamonds in the sky. The headliner in the car looked like diamonds and shit. It be sparkling, look like stars and shit. What's that car? What's that car that, because he was kind of like picking with Meek a little bit, and the Dream Chasers called him, and that's how they appeased him. Rode around in the car with him. He went from that, he said it was a Wraith. Yeah, he went from that to this situation in like some weeks or some shit. Because he said a Wraith. He was picking up steam. I was like, damn, he killing it. And then this happened. He took that pistol there. He didn't go there as a successful media personality. He didn't go there as that. Whatever his real name is, what's his real name again? What's Tax Tone real name? Charles or some shit? Daryl. He didn't go there as Tax Tone that night. He went there as Daryl. And he fucked his life up. Daryl fucked up his life. He took the pistol there and shit. For what? For what? For what? Blew it. Somebody lost their life at the hands of him. His career fucked up. And he going a place where I don't know, I guess where real niggas go, I guess. He was about to take off. He had a Beanie Siegel interview early. He was hot as the sun. He blew it. He blew it. Boy, did he blow it. Sometimes you gotta be able to learn from the mistakes of others. People who watching this, remember this situation. He took that hammer with him. He took it there. He said he brought it because he was scared he was gonna see Troy. He said he would be so much bigger than Joe. It's over with now. Y'all podcasters better stop talking about these rappers before y'all end up in the same situation as Tax. Why should we the ones that got state numbers and shit? Why should we be worried about rappers? Why should we be worried about rappers? Gully, if he didn't have the hammer, would we be putting the same blame on Troy? He did have 2 other guns in his car. Listen, it didn't happen in the parking lot. It didn't happen in the parking lot. It didn't. This nigga talking about rap. We should be afraid. Man, I went through Western State Penitentiary when I was 18. I was so scared I don't even remember breathing. I just remembered like gasping for air for a little bit until I had to settle down and shit. This is uncontrollable fear. I'm telling you. Western, it was one of them old joints. It's actually it was the second oldest prison, I think, in the United States. Big ass castle and shit. After that type of experience, the fear factor, that should be over with. You don't be scared of people no more. You be scared of roller coasters and shit. Hey, yo. He said like a fish out of water gasping. Yeah, I remember that. I remember having respiratory problems briefly. Shit. Straight up. Would it be wrong if Troy put them guns on his security guard? You mean the brother that passed away? You mean the brother that passed away? Of course, though. That's what you talking about? He said the smart guy will leave a gun in the car and not take it into a New York City nightclub like an idiot. You do know that Troy was inside with Tax. Only right to defend yourself. Was he prepared? My man said reality and gravity hit you all at once. My man said 31 years ago I did 6 days on C-74. It had a profound effect on me. Never been back to anyone's jail. That's what's up. How much time is Tax getting? Too much. It's too much. It's too much. Put it this, Sean only let off some gunshots in the air and he got 10 years. That girl said he shot her in the face too, I believe. Sean got 10 and nobody died. So you know what it is. Double figures. He said, rappers don't mention podcasters as much as y'all do rappers. You start a beef and gonna end up doing 20 just like, I'm not a podcaster. Let me tell you something. This go for all the rappers tuning in. Don't forget, y'all used to be calling us in the DVD era. Y'all was calling us and chasing us to fuck around and shit. When y'all would be, you know, Doggy Diamonds know, Sub-Zero know. You remember when all them niggas used to call us and email us and talk to us on MySpace and all of that shit all the time? You remember that? They can't live that down. Not now. You can't. I'm just being for real and shit. Niggas was dying to get on a DVD. Y'all was dying to get on a DVD. Y'all used to be watching them joints like, damn, I want to get on them joints. How can I get on one of these joints? You got to be in a loop. And them niggas is fortunate enough to be in a loop. So, ain't no big eyes and, you know, all of that in this situation and shit. This ain't got nothing to do with Takeoff, fam. He said, you could have easily been in that same situation had you kept that beef going with OBH. That beef with OBH just started to lose steam once them niggas started to find out who I was for real and shit. Like, the world is a small place. It was high profile. They were meeting people in general in their regular lives and shit that know me from VQ and shit like that. Like, man, that's Jamil, Lindsey. I know him and shit. Like, you approaching that shit wrong. And he'll punch you in your shit. That's just the truth. So it started. That's the first thing I told Dark Lobe. Nobody even before. Yeah, why do I have to go through this before? I beat all them OBH niggas up. Them niggas all on drugs. Niggas can't do nothing with me, man. Stop talking to me like that. I be trying to move around it and shit, man. I'm a freak athlete. Them niggas got kidney problems and shit like that. Them niggas can't do nothing with me. Stop talking to me about these niggas with these destructive ass traits. They can't hang out. You understand? And even in that, we have a decision whether or not we gonna carry a firearm somewhere and shoot somebody. Them niggas got felonies just like me. Them niggas got state numbers just like me. Them niggas all got state and federal numbers just like me. Them niggas know what time it is and shit. Them niggas ain't trying to pop nobody either. That's why they... I almost went overboard. Exactly. What you think of Cam and May's sports show? That's probably gonna be dope. I ain't even seen it yet. They both used to play basketball. It's probably gonna be dope. I ain't seen it yet though. That song, GLF, I think it's called GLH, with him, Jadakiss and Mace. If I was each of them guys, I would get away from the other two. If I was Mace rapping, I would get away from Jadakiss and Cam. If I was Cam, I would get away from Jadakiss and Mace. If I was Jadakiss, I would get away from Cameron and Mace. They all need to go their separate ways. Straight up. He said, what's Hassan doing now? It's Ramadan, he chilling. Wonder what Tags thought best case scenario was gonna be that night. You took a hammer. Took a hammer, man. I be trying to give OBH a pass, man. That was bigger than Don't get me wrong, them niggas was dangerous. Them niggas didn't pose no threat to me because I don't be around no dirty ass niggas like that. I'll never stop saying that about them niggas. Them was some dirty ass niggas, dirty bum ass niggas people like me, they don't pose us no threat. Cause we don't be around them niggas. They don't go to the same places that we go and shit. Like, they don't eat. We don't go to the same restaurants. Like, we not gonna bump into none of them niggas and nothing like that. He said, "What's up with New Orleans?" It's a dude on here. That New Orleans blog is crazy as hell right now. It's a dude on there. His name is Ripper. He talk about how he killed Sterling from the Hot Boys in front of Terrence Gangsta Williams, and he said he ran off with his hammer after he killed his guy. It was just too much for the internet. I couldn't believe that they was letting it hang it out. They was letting it all hang out like that. Like, they content down there is a little bit, it's going left field fast. It is. He said the show was fire. I was super surprised. They both know athletics and no sports. I thought so. He said only time they go downtown is for court. No banking. Yeah, shit like that. Tax could have easily offered to square up with Troy Ave, but instead he chose to bring a gun. Zip with the drip. He come from over here. The dribble. Word up. Queens. First one rocking that shit. And he fired. Yeah. He said, say it to Mars' face. Oh, man. Hit the like button. Crazy thing that this could have been just a crazy brawl with some people getting their feelings hurt. It's cameras now. Niggas ain't trying to get beat up on camera. That's why it's going to escalate really, really fast. How was Cam Mason Jada's CD? They got a CD? That's a whole project? That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Hey, yo, Jada. Get away from them niggas. He said, man, I ain't tripping off them niggas, man. Them niggas, without doing what they do, two different things. For real. I gotta go back and watch I gotta see what's going on. They playing right now. Mike Bowers, I appreciate your super chat. He said Tax gonna get a quarter. Troy should have asked to square up. Man, trust no one. Yeah, Erie, 17th and German. Baller land. Who do you think is the MVP? Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis. I don't like none of them niggas. I don't like them big niggas. I don't like them big niggas. I think the MVP award should only go to guards. Hey, yo, I don't like them big ass niggas, man. Get y'all ass on the blocks. Buffalo, what up? Brick City. He said the Houston Cougars is hooping. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Troy Ave got the best hand. I'm here to declare that. He the hottest rapper in New York City. Who hotter than Troy Ave right now in New York? Who hotter than Troy Ave in New York City right now? Doom, 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 doom. Instagram at I am Gully TV _ Hassan is fasting. I spoke to him. Compton, what up? West Coast tuning in. Bay Area tuning in. I got food for y'all too. I know y'all got over here like, God damn, I ain't know all this shit was going on over here. Be all through the Bay. Troy Ave is the hottest rapper in New York City on the hour right now. He said, what did he say? People in New York would disagree. Who hotter than Troy Ave? Who hotter than Troy Ave right now? Who hotter than Troy Ave in the city? I ain't talking about upstate New York. In the city, who hotter than Troy Ave? Y'all gotta keep it real, man. Y'all gotta keep it real, man. Y'all gotta keep. Have y'all watched the video? Have y'all watched the video? He not a rat. Save it. He not a rat. He's on fire right now. Y'all ain't naming nobody from New York City. Benny from Buffalo, Special from Rochester. He said, I agree, but a New Yorker would disagree. Anybody? God damn, New York? The fuck? Troy Ave got it right now, yo. Go check out his new video, I Won. He talking about haters and shit. Talking about haters. He said, I'm a New Yorker. What you say? Who you got, my nigga? Who you got from the city? I had Spado on here talking about the JBM, man. I got all that content, man. I got over 3,000 videos on YouTube. Over 3,000. Do-do. Troy Ave popping right now. Troy Ave can do whatever right now. Troy Ave can do whatever right now. And he's very, very a very, very tactical businessman. He's a marketing genius. He said Stove God. Stove God from upstate too. He said Frenchie and Cardi are the biggest. You listen to Cardi B? You listen to Cardi B? Guys don't listen to Cardi B, man. Guys don't listen to Cardi B. Troy Ave took a page or two out of 50 Cent book when it pertains to marketing. It reminds me a lot about 50 Cent. It reminds me a lot of 50 Cent's situation. It does. It does. He said Nas' new joint with Hit Boy. He said Zip with the drip way better than Troy. He is better than Troy, but he not hotter than Troy right now. Troy the man of the hour, man. Let that nigga live. He said, since you like writing letters, y'all go check out the video and get back with me. How about that? TheRealDribble.com, pimp. I got you. If it wasn't for Troy Ave, Banger would still be alive. Tax Tone took fate into his hands that night when he took that pistol. Not only that, they said his hands was on a clip, so they know he brought it with him. Yeah. Troy held that song so he could explain exactly what happened and why he chose to take the stand. Tax shouldn't have wrote that letter. He shouldn't have wrote the letter. Troy Ave and Tax Tone had a fight that led to a shootout. Both should have kept their mouth shut. Tax Tone didn't keep his mouth shut. He wrote a letter. They hate Troy. New York been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. He said it's called karma. He said the lawyer wrote that letter. I heard somebody say that. A lawyer not gonna send no document like that. Not without you knowing about it. Not without your approval and shit. So all of that, he trying to act like he had nothing to do with that. That's bullshit. Bullshit. He said the lawyer was trash. Bad situation. He said lawyers don't do that. Hold on. I don't know why that letter not more talked about. You got to okay that letter. Exactly. Right now, Troy Ave lawyer. In that letter, they said Troy Ave is a bad guy. Am I correct? Wasn't that mentioned in there? It was. I seen that letter. I ain't seen it in a minute, but I remember when they had it on Instagram. Right? He said that, right? He said other things about Troy Ave. Didn't he say things about Troy Ave? He wasn't having a general conversation with the judge about the rules of the court or criminal statutes or nothing. He was doing nothing like that. He was talking about Troy Ave to the motherfucking. It sounded like he's trying to prejudice the judge, even saying some shit like that. He's a bad guy. What type of shit is that? He said, throw that out. He was ratting. He said, you ain't got the facts straight about the letter. In the letter, if I don't have the facts straight, correct me. Because it's 900 people in here. In the letter, didn't he say that Troy Ave is a bad guy? Didn't he say that? My name is Daryl. Hi, Your Honor. My name is Daryl, known as Tax Tone. Let me tell you about Troy. What does that sound like? What do that sound like? If a lawyer wrote that, hi, my name is Daryl. Let me tell you about Troy. On your behalf, wouldn't you be pissed the fuck off? Wouldn't you be against that? Wouldn't you be against that? No lawyer's going to do that without your fucking approval. Ain't no lawyer going to do no shit like that without you being involved with it. It's bullshit. He said the letter is highlighted in the video. Exactly. He did that. Exactly. Exactly. What lawyer going to do that? You can tell that he's a bad guy. You can say that Troy is a bad guy in court when there's a stenographer there and shit like that. That's when your lawyer can say shit like that or whatever. Y'all can say this insider shit, this backdoor thing, some sneak snitch and shit, some shit that these guys say is against the rules, right? Right? He said he's a bad guy. That's what was in the letter. Exactly. He said, yeah, the lawyer ain't sending no letter by himself. The letter is key. Exactly. And if you don't believe me, the letter in the music video. That's why I said he's excellent at marketing. Is he really popping guys, jumping him? He said, is he really wrong for popping guys, jumping him? He said, how do you know if the letter in the video was real? That's up to Troy. That's on Troy. That's his battle. I just said it was fire. Ramadan Kareem. He said, people just want to play dumb because they don't like Troy. Yeah, let's get to that. What about him rub people the wrong way? When he came around initially, the first time I started hearing his music, I was in the city and it was on the radio all the time. He had this song called "Do Do 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 Do." Now do it on you, or some old shit like that. I hated that song. And I didn't go that much further into his music until probably when he got in trouble. Then I started to pay a little bit more attention. Troy Ave music is trash and corny, but most of today's rappers are. I don't think the song that he has out called I Won, I don't think it's trash. I think it's powerful. I think it's powerful. He showed in the video defending himself. This is what's on black people's mind, Troy and Tax. This is relevant to us. If it's rubbing you the wrong way, you can exit the chat. This is just something that I wanted to discuss about his music video. That's my business. Hip hop, sports, and fashion. So I got to be here, but you don't. And if you uncomfortable, my nigga, you know what you can do. He came in the game and did things his way without wave riding, so people are upset. He's the most independent New York rapper. Troy Ave was the original person that brought that New York sound back before Griselda. They were saying that. Gotti took the stand in his defense in the 1970s. Tax tried to put it on Troy and sent a letter. How do you bring the gun, kill somebody, and then write the letter? How do you bring... That's just all wrong. That's just all ass backwards. It is. He said he got a platinum plaque independently. Did he give you promotion money? No. I talked to him, though. I've talked to him since this shit happened. Since this, you know... Yeah, since dude got found, since the case is over with. I talked to him on IG. He said he don't get no repeat. Tax loss. He should have been more grateful. He got 2 gold plaques. Do your research. The bully got the short end of the stick and then played victim. Tax had to write that letter. He knew his fate. That letter was a last-ditch effort. The video hot. I'm standing by that. He said he got out grimy. Why was Casanova talking crazy on the phone? I don't know. I guess that's what gorillas, the apes. He's an ape. He's a, what'd he say? I'm a whole gangster. I guess that's what they do. People forget how aggressive Taxstone was being before he got arrested. Troy Ave act tough, Gully. That's why he rubbed people the wrong way. Everything's super thug with him. You think Troy Ave act like a thug? His music, I like the music video, but whenever I look at him, I see he remind me of Kid from Kid and Play and shit. That's the way he looked just like fucking Kid from Kid and Play. If if they ever needed a motherfucker to play a stunt double, he the one. He said, play. Oh, play. All right, yeah. He looked like him. He said, you mean play. Play. Got it. He do. Got the same haircut and everything. He real arrogant, but he earned my respect through his music and successes. Manuel Rivera. Why do you say that he's arrogant? I don't think people like his arrogance. Why do y'all keep saying arrogant? What's arrogance? Explain to me the arrogant part, please. I don't think he's flamboyant enough to be arrogant. Where y'all get arrogant from him? Rondu NYC, I appreciate you. He said confidence. I like Troy, he's confident. It's confidence. I think he's very confident. 38 Special said on a freestyle, he said, making money legal is what expanded my ego. You get a rush from making money legally. From nothing and shit like that, you do get the feeling like you better than niggas. Matter of fact, I am. Y'all hear me talk that shit on here all the time. It just has a profound effect on you and shit. You writing your own checks and shit like that, can't nobody say nothing to you, man. You don't need a motherfucker. Y'all talking about he a show off. How? I'm missing something. See, Troy Ave just, y'all probably aggravated about the furs. I'm gonna tell you something, right? There's nerds around here that be around y'all, that talk to y'all, that, you know, they nerds, probably still wear the nerd glasses, nerds, and they talk to you and interact with you like they cool with you and shit. But when you walk away, they feel that you beneath them. They feel that you beneath them. I'm telling you. They just be looking at you like, you feel me? And you might think you a super alpha, blase, whatever, and motherfucker, little ass whiz kid be looking at you like, I'm telling you, man. Cocky, when he was talking about the night he got shot, he took the gun and asked God about his heart. He got the most outrageous stories. They hate Troy, Floyd Mayweather. Taxstone said it out his own mouth. He almost had a fight with Troy Ave on Pennsylvania Avenue in Brooklyn for trying to sell him a CD in 2004. I told y'all when my book came out, I was like, yo, man, this shit like I'm cooking up my own bricks. Like I got birds from scratch and shit. My own bricks, hold on. These birds. These is birds. I got a box full of fucking birds, man. That's why niggas be popping they shit. Troy Ave got truckloads of motherfucking merch and shit. He pumping and shit. This shit selling. Motherfucker looking at you like you a joke. Can't relate to none of your troubles and shit, nigga. None of your hardships. You nigga, you about to get to troubleshooting and get to selling something. For real. Y'all talking about a motherfucker cocky as shit. It ain't that. I'm just on a whole nother level. And that's probably what y'all getting out of Troy Ave and shit. Especially from the ground up, from selling CDs on the streets to on. How much? It's also on Amazon. Yeah, go get it from Amazon. These for these autographed copies and shit for people who get them from my website. He said Troy Ave be fresh. I'm gonna give him that though. He says broke people give him shower curtain vibes. I'm just keeping it funky, man. He said the hate is real. It is. I ain't never seen nothing like it. He said people like you, Hov, and Mayweather have the numbers to back up y'all attitude. Troy doesn't. Shit. Troy put in work. Troy was on the fucking radio in New York City, man, from the ground up. It's niggas that live there that wasn't getting no radio play up there. I heard him on the radio. He said Taxstone been hating since 2004. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Nobody has still told me Where do y'all get the arrogant part from? He said, name one of his tracks. I won. It's trending right now on YouTube. Go check that motherfucker out. How about that? He said Troy Ave music was getting played on ESPN. Peace to the chat. I just gave y'all 50 minutes, man. I got to get up out of here. I got work to do. This weekend going to be big, man. Follow my lead. And follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. The website, therealdribble.com. Catch up with y'all in a minute, man. I got business. Dribble on.